In any business, it's crucial to recognize the value of your time, energy, and expertise. Every customer is not created equal, and while the mantra, "the customer is always right," has been echoed throughout the business world, experienced entrepreneurs and professionals know that it's simply not true. In fact, some customers can be more trouble than they're worth, dragging your business into unnecessary conflicts, draining your resources, and ultimately diminishing your bottom line. Paying attention to early warning signs of a difficult customer can save you a tremendous amount of hassle down the line. Identifying these red flags before committing to a working relationship allows you to maintain your standards, focus on serving your ideal clients, and build a thriving business without constant headaches. Here are the key customer red flags to watch out for, and why avoiding them can make a world of difference. Number 1, overly focused on price. One of the biggest red flags in a customer relationship is when a potential client is excessively concerned with price. These are the types of customers who start a conversation by immediately asking, "What's your cheapest option?" or haggling over every detail of your pricing structure. While it's natural for customers to want value for their money, when price becomes their only focus, it often indicates a lack of understanding of the true value of your service. Price-focused customers frequently overlook quality, expertise, and long-term benefits. Their mindset is fixed on paying the least amount possible, which can lead to constant negotiation, dissatisfaction, and even demands for discounts once the project is underway. These customers rarely appreciate the work you put in, and their obsession with cost often leads to more trouble than they're worth. If a customer is too concerned about price before you've even had a chance to discover the context of their situation, it's a good indicator that they don't value your work or trust your expertise. In such cases, it's wise to steer clear and focus on clients who recognize the true value of your offerings. Number 2, complaints before service is delivered. Another major red flag is when a potential customer starts voicing complaints before they've even received your service. Whether it's about the onboarding process, initial conversations, or something they perceived as a slight inconvenience. These customers are quick to express dissatisfaction early on. Customers who complain before work has even begun are impossible to please and will never be fully satisfied, regardless of the quality of your offer. These early complaints can be a precursor to larger problems down the road, such as frequent dissatisfaction, impossible demands, and an overall negative attitude that can drag down your team's morale. When you encounter a customer who starts the relationship with complaints, cut them off right there. Don't work with someone who is predisposed to negativity. It's better to walk away than to engage with someone who is already setting the stage for conflict. Number 3, whining about previous providers. Pay attention to potential customers who spend too much time whining about everyone they've ever worked with. If a prospect complains about all their former service providers, this is often a sign that they are the common denominator in those failed relationships. While it's true that some customers may have had genuinely poor experiences in the past, if every conversation centers around their issues with others, it's likely they will soon be complaining about you, too. Chronic complainers often have unrealistic expectations or poor communication habits that lead to conflict with service providers, and they are difficult to please no matter how much you try. When you encounter a customer who can't stop whining about others, consider it a warning sign that they are not the ideal fit for your business. More often than not, these clients will continue their pattern of dissatisfaction, leaving you to deal with their unrealistic demands and constant grievances. Number 4, unrealistic expectations. Setting clear expectations is essential for a successful working relationship. When a customer comes to you with unrealistic expectations about what can be achieved, it's a major red flag. These are the customers who expect results in an impossibly short time frame, want premium services for bargain prices, or believe you can work miracles without providing the necessary resources or cooperation. Unrealistic expectations often lead to frustration on both sides. The customer will be disappointed when their grandiose vision isn't realized, and you'll be left feeling as though you failed, even if you delivered exceptional solutions within the scope of what was possible. To avoid this scenario, it's important to identify clients with unrealistic expectations from the start. Make sure to have clear and honest conversations during the initial stages of your relationship to manage expectations effectively. If a customer seems resistant to reality and refuses to adjust their expectations, it's better to decline the project than to sign up for an inevitable disaster. Number 5, nitpicking and micromanaging. Customers who are constantly nitpicking your process or micromanaging every detail of the work you're doing are not only a nuisance, but also a major red flag. These clients undermine your expertise, demand an unreasonable amount of your time, and create unnecessary friction in the workflow. Nitpickers tend to focus on the smallest, most irrelevant details while missing the bigger picture. They may send dozens of emails about minor changes, question every decision you make, or second-guess your professional judgment at every turn. Not only does this waste time, but it also puts you in a position where you can't do your best work. Micromanagers often don't trust the professionals they hire, and they need constant reassurance and updates, which can drain your mental and emotional energy. If you encounter a customer who displays these behaviors early on, do not proceed with the relationship. Most of the time, these customers are not worth the time and resources you'll spend trying to appease them. Number 6, the just one more thing syndrome. Beware of customers who have a habit of continuously adding more requests, especially after you've already agreed on the scope of work, trying to move the goalpost after a deal is made. These clients often use phrases like, just one more thing, to sneak additional tasks into the project without offering more compensation. While small tweaks are common in any project, habitual scope creep is a major red flag. This behavior indicates a lack of respect for boundaries and an unwillingness to compensate you fairly for your time and expertise. If you let it slide, you'll quickly find yourself doing more work for less money, and the relationship will become increasingly imbalanced. To avoid this, it's essential to set clear boundaries from the beginning. Be upfront about what's included in the scope of the project and what will require additional compensation. Get it in writing and sign a contract. If a customer continually tries to push those boundaries, it's a sign they don't respect your time and are not worth keeping as a client. Conclusion: trust your instincts. When it comes to identifying customer red flags, the most important thing you can do is trust your instincts. If something feels off during the initial stages of communication, don't ignore it. These early warning signs are often indicators of larger problems that will arise later on, costing you time, money, energy, and peace of mind. By recognizing and avoiding difficult customers, you can focus your energy on building relationships with clients who respect your expertise, value your time, and contribute positively to your business. Not every customer is a good fit, and that's okay. The key is to identify the red flags early and make smart decisions that protect your business and your sanity. If this video helped you, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and click link in description for more.